everyone, Loremaster of Sotek. I know, I'm a day late. I know. I was under a rock yesterday because I had a lot of stuff going on, and but we're here now. So we're gonna start by jumping into the trailer here, and just seeing all the crazy shit on display because there is a lot, apparently, that's being shown off. So, I mean, just looking at the first frame, I've got Dakala, I've got Steercar, I've got Slongor, I've got an Exalted Champion, I've got a Praeton, I've got Pleasure Seekers and Champions and Devotees, and that has to be the Anointed. So let's get into it. We're just going to watch this through. Y'all know how I do things. If you want to watch the whole thing uninterrupted, which you should have because it came out yesterday, I'm going to be stopping and going and stuff. But I'm really pleased, I have to say, to see the Druchii Anointed. I genuinely, to the deepest core of my heart, did not think we were going to get them. I was really hoping that we would maybe get them instead of the Exalted Champion, or that maybe they could be like an elite unit. The fact that Slaanesh is just flat out getting 2 heroes is incredibly exciting, and is awesome. So let's hop into it. Whoa! Okay, slow the fuck down. I see Dakala has prescribed to the content to the total war community mindset of how much content do we want more. All right, so here we've got Law of the Skycutters, we've got the Merworm just having a good time, the Sea Elemental, the Oceanid, we've got the Mist Mage, we've got Ship's Company, Swordmasters, Caradryan. Yeah, there's Caradryan. We've got the Sea Helm over here. So, that's such a weird choice. That's a weird choice. I'm gonna be honest. So we've got the Sea Helm as the Lord for the High Elves rather than the Anointed, which I have very mixed feelings about it. I feel like having Caradryan as a legendary hero is great. I think he's a perfectly good choice. It feels weird not having the Anointed of Ashurin as the Lord that accompanies him, because it would have been so easy. It would have been so minimal effort. But the second they decided to include the Mist Mage as an actual hero, that did kind of put everything awkward, because I thought they were going to do the Sea Helm as a hero and then the Anointed as a Lord. Because if you look at like the 8th edition High Elf book, that would have been the only way to do it. Instead, they brought the Mist Mage back up from Storm of Chaos and had him as the hero, then promoted the Sea, because the Sea Helm in tabletop is a hero, not a Lord. There's no Lord choice option for the Sea Helm in tabletop, but they've promoted the Sea Helm, and then Caradryan we have as a legendary hero, but we don't have an Anointed. But at the same time, now that we have Caradryan, it could be really easy to add a Anointed later. But Iceland, of course, looks great. But yeah, I mean, the Sea Helm is more thematic for the roster, beyond a shadow of a doubt. Like, to fit the theme of the DLC, he's perfect. When I think about what is he gonna add compared to the Prince, Princess, Archmage combo, I think he's a little weak, but I don't know. Maybe when I get to play with him, I'll have a different opinion. Like, maybe playing with him will feel very different. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. All right, and then with Sail, we've got, yep, there's the Bearman. Oh, the Dreadmaw! Look at that big little nerd. We've got 2 very different cursed ends. So this is either an ROR or it's an alt variant, but we'll see if they reveal that. It could be, but like the other ones don't seem to have RORs on display, so it probably is a variant. But we've got the Chimera. Oh, we got Bjorg! I thought that was a Skin Wolf for a second. Oh, Bjorg looks so good! Oh, look at that. I thought that was just a Werekin for a second, but look at the dreadlocks. Okay, so we've got the Famir Noble, Bjorg Bearstruck, Sail the Faithless, the Dreadmaw, the Bearman of Urslo, I'm guessing that's a great weapon bear mana Verslow variant. The Chimera, and then so we probably have a Cursed Etin and a Cursed Etin Rune Collar because he's got like magic effects on his hands, and he looks older. So this is probably the Rune Collar variant would be my guess.
Decadence, Duty, Deception.
40 new units. Good God. Oh, whoa! The Dreadnought comes out of the ground. Huh. That's weird. How is that gonna work? So it actually burrows up from under the ground. Huh. I wonder if that's a summon or if that's... Okay, so no matter what, that's gonna have a unique movement profile. Because if it could go... I wonder if it's gonna like burrow and maybe that's its charge animation is like it pops out of the ground. But that is the first ever... anything we've ever seen in the game that comes from underground. Like, unless it's a summon. It could be a summon, in which case it would just be like the Skaven summons. Oh, dude, all the monsters look so good. Did the Merworm just like oh my god, dude. Look at that. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Boom. Oh god, the Merworm is so cool. I love when monsters have like the big WWE moves. I love the Praeton. The Praeton looks fucking freaky. Look how terrifying that face is. It has a shorter snout than I was expecting. It almost has a more like human face. Because its snout is not nearly as long as I was anticipating. Oh, it's so ugly. Oh, it's so ugly. Oh, I love it. I love how ugly it is. Oh my god, dude, I'm so excited. I'm so excited for a Beastman. Funny enough, I think deeply I'm more excited for a Beastman campaign with the new Slaanesh unit than I am for a Slaanesh campaign. But that's just because I love the Beastman so much, and the Praeton has been so high on my list of wish units. I mean, for Slaanesh, my biggest hope monster-wise was the Basilisk or the Praeton. Those are my two favorites. So to get the Praeton is 40 new units. That is wild. 40? How does that even add up? Well, okay, I guess if you count the characters, that is a fuck ton. This might be the biggest one of the set. It all looks great. Oh, okay, we've got some gameplay. Oh, look at all the unit card art. Dakala, Steercar, Slongors, devotees with dual blades, devotees with crossbows. Dude, Slaanesh getting ranged units is gonna be ugly. Oh my god, that's gonna be so scary. Pleasure seekers. Okay, so this seems to, unless they're hiding them, which I don't think they are, it seems very likely we are not getting the Hell Reavers, which is what I have called them. They don't have an official name, just to be clear. But we don't seem to be getting Mortal Knights on Slaanesh, Demonic Steeds of Slaanesh, which is really disappointing. I'll talk about that more later, though. I think the Steam pages are up, so we'll go through everything. We'll go through the blog after this, and then we'll go through the Steam pages, just to see if they've given us the full rosters. And if they have, then I'll discuss that. What was that? What was that? Go back. Whirlwind! Oh, she spins to win! Oh, there's the Elixir of Damnation. We got a spin to win. She has no armor, 75 speed. Okay. She's fast. Devastating flanker. Wow, she looks really good. Whirlwind of Pleasure. Yep. 100% AP Whirlwind. So, okay, so she's gonna be like Deathmaster Snitch. So Deathmaster Snitch has he holds in place and he goes, whew, and he spins around and kills everybody. So it's gonna be very similar. The Sea Lord. So that has to be an ROR Merworm. That has to be oh, what is his name? I think it's like Silac the One Eye, or Silac One Eye. because you can see he's only got one eyeball, and he looks like he's blue rather than the green variant that we've got. So I'm guessing this is Silac the One Eye as the ROR variant. Master of Mists. Holy fuck, they gave him his tabletop ability. Oh my god. So, oh my god. So, Sea Lord Iceland, for anyone that doesn't know, was a terrorist in tabletop. So he had this bullshit ability in tabletop where you'd set up your army and basically he could shoot before the game started. So what he would do is he would take a bunch of bolt throwers, and then the bolt throwers would shoot you before turn 1, and it was outrageous. It was horrible. So here he has a 250 meter ability that's a 55 meter effect aura bubble, and everyone within the bubble gets stalk and snipe for 47 seconds, so you aren't able to see them. And they also get considerable buffs to their melee or their range damage, their reload skill, which means they're firing a lot faster because plus 20 is pretty considerable, and 100% bonus range. So he could just set up like all of his Lothern Sea Guard and bolt throwers, start the battle, make them invisible. They shoot the absolute piss out of you for like 50 seconds. That is so gross.
Could I beat a sealman?
Whoa, whoa. Oh, we actually see the Dreadmaw there. Oh, look at that. It burrows out of the ground. Oh, that's so cool. And it's got like a burrow ability there. See, you see it like popping out of the ground here. Oh, 0 movement. Oh, so it has to burrow. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, and it's like a turret. Look how long the range is. What the fuck? So so, oh my gosh. Okay, so Norsca basically has a monster war machine that can defend itself in close combat. So it's a turret that can defend itself in close combat. That is a fucking fascinating concept. That is so new to Total War. Oh my god, that's so cool. Unit cards. So we've got Sail. We can turn off close catching. We got Sail, Bjorg, Bearstruck. God, he looks so good. Bearman of Urslo. Okay, so yep, they're a great weapon in melee variant. Then we've got two. Okay, so we got 2 generic cursed Ettins. The Rune Collar, which Rune Collars are not probably gonna be as gifted in melee, but they have magic, so they're gonna probably have like magic attacks and a bunch of bounce spells. Chimera looks amazing. The Dreadmaw looks so fucking cool. So it's poisonous with poisonous shooting attacks. I'm guessing this is the Acid Blood. So Dreadmaws in tabletop could be upgraded to have Acid Blood, which is probably going to be melee damage reflection, I would guess. 10k health, 80 armor, 0 speed, 72 melee attacks. It's probably going to be pretty nasty. Okay, so we saw it burrowing up in the earlier animation. So it's probably going to be that it's a big shooting turret, and then you use this ability to reposition on the battlefield, and when it comes up underneath you, it like, you know, does a bunch of damage and sends everybody flying. That's so fucking cool and unique. That's going to be huge for the modding community. Giving modders access to a burrowing enemy, and also giving us access to shooting artillery units that can defend themselves in melee is gigantic. That are immobile. Like this is huge. I mean, he's literally a turret that can defend itself. So like this would be like a potentially really cool concept for like a Bane Tower of Tzeentch, you know, being like a big flying tower, but it can only reposition itself maybe by like teleporting using an ability that like shoots down on people rather than it like gliding. To maybe balance it a little bit. That's such a cool concept. 200 range is pretty good. 25 ammo is not bad. That's so cool. It's interesting that it looks quite different than the Dreadmaw tabletop mini, because the Dreadmaw tabletop mini is more of like a big circular mouth, whereas this one's kind of got like more pinchers that is more of like a V shape. This is going to be so exciting for the Koresh guys, the Koresh mod team, because it's very different than their Dreadmaw, because they made their own Dreadmaw, but it's so different than this one. Their Dreadmaw like actually moves over the ground and has like a completely different set of animations and stuff. So that's really exciting because that means they could just have variants. They could just like add theirs into, or add this onto their Koresh mod, and it's like, oh well, this is the burrowing variant. But hopefully it has some really cool combat animations of it, like, you know, flailing around and eating people. Very, very cool. So it has immune to flanking, vanguard deployment, missile resistance, terror, burrow, acid blood, and something else. I don't know what that is. Looks cool though. Looks really cool.
Could I beat a sea elemental in a fight?
Wait, what was that?
Could I beat a sea elemental in a fight?
Nightmaw. 3 uses. Okay, wow. Okay, so Nightmaw is just a, yeah, wind spell, it goes forward, tears up some people. Cool. We see Fighter Die. That looks like the Viperous Staff. Chain Lightning. There's Scale Cane's teeth, the little bag of teeth. Looks like it's a missile attack. It's got the missile weapon or missile spell icon. Okay, so he's got Heavens and Shadow. Yeah, so you can see he's got the Lore of Shadows passive. He's got Chain Lightning and Enfeebling Foe. So in tabletop, he could either take Shadow or Heaven. So they're gonna mix him. So they're good. That's good. That's what they should do. So he's gonna have Shadows and Heavens mix lore. Oh wow, those look way
Sea
better.
elemental.
The mask. She's so fun. Oh, hello. Oh my god, look at all these dances. The Symphony of Excess. Okay, so we got the Dance of Dreaming. Cossphere, Strider, of course. 20% physical resist. The Mask. Oh, wow, so she has an entire tab dedicated to dances. 80 leadership, 65 melee attack, 70 speed. Holy fuck, Sludge characters are fast. The Burning Bacchanal, a purifying choreography that foretells the purging with fire of the gardens of the Flylord Nurgle. Survivability is eternal through these rapturous twists and turns which boost armor, defense, and resistances, providing advantages against heavy-hitting foes at the cost of diminished offense. Starts off giving you 3% casualty replenishment rate, and then you build up tempo. So you build up tempo and unlock a set of choices to improve the dance. What the fuck? This looks so cool. Like, oh my god. Okay, so there are 3 dances, and then each dance has a set of choices you make to like buff it as you go through. Oh, there's each tier. So when you get to 500 tempo, I'm assuming you pick a buff. Then at 1250 you pick a buff. 2500 you pick a buff, and then at 35 you do something. Oh, this looks so fun. This looks like so much fun. Oh, what is this dance? The Symphony of Excess. This dance looks to the future, foretelling the caging of the insolent trickster god Loek. Embrace the suffering of the elves through lithe movements effective against ranged armies that can also boost spells to grind down enemies before the euphoric crescendo of a charge. So I will say the amount of lore they're adding is nuts. So these are dances that are telling the future, or this dance is telling the future. The Burning Bacchanal is telling, I think, of the past. So these are events that happen in the saga of Slaanesh, which is super fucking cool. We've never had these details before. So this is going to be adding some awesome lore. Increases seduction budget by 40%, reduces seduction cost by 20%. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whoa. Oh my god, they're showing off so much. Oh wow, look at that. That is such a cleaner UI. Wow, that UI is so much nicer looking. So you can dedicate an altar to one of the dark gods. Yeah, so you've got Korn the Hound, Zinch the Eagle, the Serpent Slaanesh, and the Crow of Nurgle. You can colonize, but it costs something that's not, I don't know what that is. But it looks like you can get whatever that is through pillaging and raising. Very cool. The patrons of Ulthuan. Oh, look, it's all the kingdoms. I think. Avalorn, Safari, Illyrian, Kalidor. Oh gosh. Yivris. Aren't these both Yivris? Nagaryth. Etain. Krace. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11. There are only 10 kingdoms. Oh, but if you split Yivris into north and south, then you have 11. Okay. So you have 11 kingdoms. So yeah. Yeah, so it's northern 7 Yivris. I can't remember what kingdom this is. Krace is here. This is Tiranoc. So Tiranoc's over on the east, and this is, oh my god. Come on, Loremaster. What the fuck is the last kingdom? Kothic. That's Kothic. Yeah, there we go. Still got it. Illyrian Patronage, Tier 1. The Horsemasters of Illyrian, the most capable cavalrymen on Ulthuan. Life on horseback has made the nobles of the kingdom experts in pathfinding and speed. The patron lord you do. Okay, so this is kind of like the Electrocount system, but there's tiers. Court Unity, Patronage. You can see the lords you have up here. Why are there 2 Tyrians? We still have Influence. We have some new resource that's got a Phoenix. So it's a Favor of the Phoenix King. Okay, so you have the Favor of the Phoenix King is a new resource with a pretty big meter. The patron lord of Illyrian would get 1 Phoenix King favor per turn, 6% campaign movement, and 10% speed for that lord when riding a horse. I love it. I love it. I love themed buffs. So like a buff that rewards you for building a thematic army, those are my favorite kinds. Oh my god, that's so exciting. Krace Patronage. Capital is controlled by Slaanesh, so you need to take it over. Why is the patron a Lithanar? This position grants the owner +1 Phoenix King favor per turn, 10% reinforcement range, and 10% weapon strength when in own or allied territory. Perfect for Krace. Oh, that's cool that it's allied territory as well. So it's very much about like fighting alongside your allies, which Krace is really big on. Hold up. Why? Why are they fighting back to back? Why are Iceland, Dakala, and Sail fighting back to back? So, bro, you know? So, okay, the reason I'm laughing is in my head, this is like they're fighting against the Empire because, hear me out. This is, Sea Lord Iceland is so racist. He is so racist that he would be willing to fight alongside Dakala and Sail just because he hates, like, humans and halflings so much. Like, he'd be willing to team up with Chaos just so he could fucking kill more humans. Like, just imagine this is the sack of Marienburg, and Iceland's like, I'm willing to set aside my differences with Chaos just so I can kick the shit out of the Empire again. Oh, that's so funny. The key art's beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous key art. Okay, awesome. Awesome. And the crazy thing is that's not even like the end of what we're looking at today, because we still have the blog. So let's go ahead and hop over to the blog and check this out. Oh my gosh, that's a great trailer. Oh, they showed off a ton. The time has come to reveal. Yeah. Okay, whatever. You can purchase it as a complete bundle or individual packs. Sea Lord Iceland, the ruthless and tactically brilliant high elf prince who commands the entire navy of Ulthuan. He's infamous for his brutal coastal raids and taking almost cruel delight in punishing the enemies of his homeland. Iceland's campaign is a sweeping saga of naval ambition. As master of Ulthuan's navy and a mighty dragon ship, he must scour distant shores, conquering enemy strongholds and dedicating them to the mighty elven lords. In return, these legendary figures grant powerful relics, elite followers, and blessings which strengthen his fleet. Iceland's roster brims with maritime might, led by the Sea Helm Lord, and the legendary hero Caradryan, and reinforced by powerful units like the Mistmage, Sea Elemental, Merworm, Oceanid, Ships Companies, and Lothern Skycutter variants, with Bolt Thrower variant and Bow variant. More info on Iceland will arrive in a blog on next week on Tuesday, with his gameplay showcase on the following day after, plus an extended gameplay live stream on Thursday the 13th. Very, very cool. Dakala the Denied One. Dakala is the most feared warlord of Slaanesh's legions, and as mesmerizing as she is merciless. Twisted into a serpentine horror, she wields a blade in each of her 6 hands, promising exquisite agony to all who dare oppose her. Dakala's campaign is a ruthless cycle of conquest and excess, where captured settlements are turned into thrall camps to fuel her economy. As settlements are drained and discarded, Dakala's empire grows ever more decadent, thriving on the suffering for enthralled populations. Yo, what? How is that gonna work? She discards settlements? So is it like, is it like she takes over a settlement and then she uses it to get all the thralls out? And then once all the thralls are gone, the settlement just like goes into a ruin? That's gonna be super interesting. Dakala's Warhost is Twisted Red Horrors, featuring the Chaos Sorcerer Lord of Slaanesh. Yep, obviously, called that one. Steer card, the Swordsman Heir, Druki Anointed, Exalted Hero of Slaanesh, Pleasure Seekers, Devotees of Slaanesh with Great Weapons and Crossbows, Champions of Slaanesh, Slongors, and the Monstrous Praeton. Okay, so, yeah, no Hell Reavers. I'll talk about that at the end of the video. The Druki Anointed is a very pleasant surprise. The Exalted Hero of Slaanesh is really fun. They got the big, like, cone head mini from back in the day. Very, very cool. Oh, this is sick. This is sick. Dakala's blog will land on Tuesday the 18th. Just like Iceland, this will be followed by a gameplay showcase on Wednesday the 19th, and then extended gameplay on Thursday. Okay, so we're rocking and rolling starting next week. Like, from next week onwards, we're just rocking and rolling up into release. Sail the Faithless. Sail is a treacherous and mutated chaos sorcerer known for his mastery of betrayal, manipulation, dark magic, who rose to power by sabotaging his rivals and never swearing loyalty to any single chaos god. Sail's campaign is a treacherous pursuit of arcane ascension, where constructing chaos altars fuels his journey towards a grand ritual. Meanwhile, his cunning manifests through a variety of manipulations he can bestow upon his enemies to weaken them, but their use inevitably attracts the sinister gaze of more malevolent powers. Sail brings a chaotic mixture of brute force and monstrous might to the battlefield, bolstered by the great shaman sorcerer Bjorg Bearstruck, the Famir Noble, Marauder Bearman with, should be called Bjorg's Bearman, with Axe and Shield, Great Weapon variant. Oh, Kurgans! Oh, okay, okay, that's very funny, because I thought, I thought in the trailer they showed off a horseman, and it turned into a whole stupid thing where I was wrong the entire time. I was completely, unequivocally, beyond a shadow of a doubt, wrong, because it was literally just a Marauder horseman with a spear, but the spear was at like a really weird angle, so it kind of looked like he was holding like a great weapon, and I was like, oh, it's like it's a Dolgan. Nope, no Dolgan, but we are getting Kurgan. So Kurgan horseman with dual axes and great weapon variant. Cursed Ed, Runecaller, Chimera, and Dreadmaw. Oh, okay, so the parentheses is that there is a Runecaller variant. Okay, Chimera and man, fucking Norsca is getting a shit ton of units. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 units for Norsca. That is a lot. Learn more about Sail on his blog, arriving on the 25th. Okay. Great. Awesome. Awesome. Kurgan is an interesting choice. Sail is technically a Kurgan. Well, he's implied to be Kurgan. They never, like, directly state it, but he's implied to be Kurgan because the Dolgan are a Kurgan tribe. What's interesting is that the Dolgan, though, are famous for 2 things. They're famous for their mammoths. That's like their biggest thing. Their biggest claim to fame is that they're like one of the mammoth tribes. But we already have all the mammoths in the game, and we know from we don't know yet, but Sail rides a mammoth in the book. He couldn't on tabletop, but he rides a mammoth in the book. So hopefully he'll have a mammoth mount. But I was really expecting Dolgan horse archers because they're archers, like they're actually good long range archers, which would have given Norsca like a good ranged harassment tool. But to be fair, Norsca has really good range harassment tools with the horse masters, the throwing axe and spear throwing horsemen, and their chariots, which I think the Ice Wolf chariots have throwing axes as well. So like they're kind of covered, but they don't really have like traditional good aggressive cavalry. And Kurgan are terrifying. Like Kurgan are big boys. So I'm guessing this is going to be the elite cavalry for Norsca, which they have not had. Like the horse masters are good. They're pretty good cavalry. But they're a hybrid, so they have a bit of a trade-off on their melee stats for their range stuff. But this is going to give them just like a really nasty set of range guys, which is just going to make Norsca's going to be so fast. Like Norsca, to my understanding, is already like pretty competitive in multiplayer. So man, this is really going to open up their options in a lot of scary ways. Like they're getting like a big flying monster. They've got a long range turret that could teleport and defend itself in melee. They've got like the big Kurstetten, which is, I don't know if the Kurstetten's actually going to be competitive. It like, I feel like the Kurstetten's probably going to have trouble in multiplayer, kind of like giants do, but they're good in certain matchups. Like vampire counts are probably going to hate Kurstettens. Bearmen are going to be interesting. I'm curious what's gonna separate Bearmen from regular Marauders. They look more armored, and maybe that's all it is. Maybe they're just like a mid-tier infantry, allowing more of a progression. So you go like base Marauders, Marauder Bearmen, Marauder Champion. That could be good because then you have like a tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, or maybe like a tier 1, tier 3, tier 5. I don't know how they're going to do it. I don't think Marauder Champions are tier 5. Tier 4, maybe. But that's going to be really interesting. Free content. Coming free as part of 7.0 will be the Mask of Slaanesh. Awesome. Powerful demonette cursed by the Dark Prince to advance chronically across the realms. Alongside her arrival, each faction featured in the pack will receive fresh legacy updates, allowing players to return to past campaigns and experience a host of new gameplay improvements. We'll have a dedicated blog for the mask, as well as the rest of the FLC content coming in Update 7.0 a few days before it releases. Look forward to deep dives, and we'll see you starting with Sea Lord Island, followed by Takala, and then Sail. Cool. All right, and then the last thing we got to do is go to the Steam page. So if we go to the Steam pages here... do they have, I don't think they have like the full pack page. All right, so if we go to, all right, if we go here, so we've got Sail. So this is Sail with Norsca. We got the Chimera. Oh, the Chimera looks so good. I'm so excited for the Chimera. I'm curious. I hope the Beastmen get the Chimera. The Beastmen have had an on and off relationship with the Chimera throughout like the history of Total War, or not. The history of Warhammer. Because the Chimera was, I want to say you could take the Chimera with the Beastmen in 6th edition, maybe. I think maybe. But I know 7th edition onwards, the Chimera bumped over to... Actually, I don't know if the Chimera was in 7th edition, but in 8th edition, it jumped to the Warriors of Chaos exclusively. So I hope the Beastmen get it. It wouldn't surprise me if they don't, but I hope they do. But it looks great. Oh, Bjorg! Look at that bear man! Oh, he looks so good. He looks so good. He looks so good. There we got the Dread Mob bursting out of the ground with his big overbite. Adorable. And then we got the regular Kurstetten about to stomp on that part. Dude, that goblin just gave up. He's like, oh man. He's really in defeat, one of the two. But here you can see the cursed Etten Runecaller literally using magic. So here we see him casting a bounce spell. All right. So, okay. So yeah. So they've already revealed the roster. Oh, you get 4 regiments of renown for Norsca. Oh, Norsca getting a little spoiled, so they get an extra regiment of renown. All right. Sale leads the Dolgans. Okay, so his faction is the Dolgans, but they're giving him Kurgan horse cavalry instead of Dolgan horse archers. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it's just a trade-off. I think horse archers would have been cool, but I think getting 2 variants of an elite cavalry unit that represents more of what the Kurgan are, because the Kurgan are more traditionally represented as beefy horse cavalry, is like their traditional, like if you're using Kurgan warriors, they're not full-on chaos warriors. They are probably big beefy guys on terrifying steeds with like big weapons, and they will destroy you in combat. Whereas your Norskins tend to be far more infantry focused. And obviously we know a lot about Norsca, with their mammoths and all this other crazy shit. And then your the Hung are more traditionally riding on steppe ponies, so they tend to ride on smaller horses, but they're like really, really fast, and they tend to be really good at skirmish hit and run warfare. And they're chaos, so they're still spooky in combat, but they're not as big and scary as the Kurgan. The Hung are traditionally more squat, and are really, really gifted like skirmish warfare, hit and run, throwing axes, bows, throwing spears. But this looks really good. I mean, this looks really, really good. Master Schemer, Sale uses an array of manipulations. Okay, so we have a manipulations mechanic to weaken his enemies by disrupting the logistics of their armies, throwing their settlements in disarray, and even directly whispering lies that warp and sever their diplomatic ties with friends and neighbors. Oh, we're gonna get to fuck with people's diplomacy. Even his own forces are subject to the machinations of the Twisted Seer of the Waste in their march to victory and doom. Growing in power unlocks additional manipulations, ever more potent and treacherous, but relying on them is equally as treacherous. Too many manipulations in a short time span will inevitably attract dark, malevolent attention. Attention is capitalized, so that is probably a mechanic that Sale needs to navigate around, or else he will suffer for his transgressions. That's great. Oh, I'm stupid. They literally said unique mechanic manipulations up here, and I just skipped over it. Awesome. I love that. I love that he has to avoid the attention of the dark gods. So like where fucking Wulfric and Throg are like, look at me, gods. Sale's like, because he knows he owes them a lot, and he has studiously. Sale is kind of like if Be'lakor was immortal. He's basically this asshole loser that is constantly backstabbing people and trying to form a bunch of deals that he's trying to avoid having to pay out. So avoiding the attention of the gods is key for Sale the Faithless, because if he gets noticed, he's gonna have a bad time. Dark Rituals mechanic. Ever thirsty to magnify sorcerer's strength, Sale strives to enact a great ritual. To do this, he must construct chaos altars, allowing him to channel great arcane power. Through enacting rituals, he will face many battles, events, and dilemmas in his quest for supreme power, including his greatest challenge, if he is to claim the ultimate prize. Cool. That sounds super fun. Yeah, cool. Awesome. Great. Love it. Let's see. Then if we go to Iceland. Whoops, that's not the right screen. There we go. Iceland. Sea Lord Iceland, naval tactician. Commander of the Sea Patrol faction. Great. Called that one cool. Iceland is Ultuan's spearhead against Dark Elves, Norskins, and those who threaten the Aesir. Through though many nobles find his ruthless methods distasteful, none denies unmatched naval expertise. His mastery of the legendary dragon ships. Oh, we're getting dragon ship fleets. Yo, that's so cool. Dragon ships are so cool. Dragon ships are kind of like the High Elves' response to Black Arcs. So there are dragon ships that are capable of destroying Black Arcs, even though Black Arcs are actually much, 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 much bigger. But dragon ships are big enough that like fucking dragons, like multiple dragons, can actually hang out on them, which is crazy. The Sea Patrol does not develop settlements traditionally. Instead, they command dragon ships. Vast, self-sufficient vessels with infrastructure, economy, and military buildings. They support nearby friendly fleets and launch major assaults. Iceland begins with 1 dragon ship, but can add more as his campaign expands. Okay, so they're big. He's a pseudo horde. He's a pseudo horde faction. Azure occupation. Iceland transfers most conquered settlements to other High Elf factions. Ooh, but retains limited building rights. He could develop sea patrol outposts to strengthen naval forces or establish elven colonies at key locations, both generating resources. That's fucking cool. That is so cool. So he gives settlements to other High Elf factions, but he keeps like little enclaves in them that he could still control. That is so fucking cool. Oh my god, I love that. Azure domination. Outposts grant knowledge that fuels upgrades for outpost colonies and dragon ships. Dedicated outposts to major elven factions unlocks aid from their leaders, including elite units and buffs. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. I love it. I'm digging it. I'm full. I'm on board. That's fucking great. That's so exciting. It sounds like an Iceland High Elf co-op campaign could be incredibly fun. Like it seems like Iceland High Elf Buddy campaign would be incredibly enjoyable and super duper fun, because you could literally just be giving settlements to your buddy, but you're getting to build within those settlements. That's a fun looking mechanic. New units. Okay, 3 regiments of renown. Yep, the 2 flying chariots. Merworm, Sea Elemental, Oceanids, Ships Company. Okay, cool. So everything that we saw. All right, on to the last thing, which is Takala. Oh, I forgot to look at the pictures. Hold on. Gotta look at the pictures. Gotta look at the pretty pictures. Okay, so we've got Iceland. Oh, look at that! That looks so cool. So this is not a great eagle. This is a skyfeather rock, which are actually a completely different species of bird, but are super duper awesome. Love this fighting a manticore. That looks great. You can see they've got the big bolt thrower on the front, so that's obviously the Sun Archer. That's a big old bolt thrower. Caradryan! Oh, he looks so serene. Oh, I love he's just surrounded by dead dudes. Caradryan looks awesome. He has a big monstrous mount, Ashtari, who is a frost phoenix, which is really, really exciting. He looks great. Oh, he looks so cool. He's gonna be really funny because he doesn't talk. So if he's lore accurate, he shouldn't have a voice actor. They should have saved a ton of money because he shouldn't have a voice actor. So nobody should be voicing him. He should be completely silent. But he looks really good. Sea Elemental and the Merworm. Big motherfucker, ain't it? All right. That then takes us to Takala. So we'll start with the pictures. Takala looks... Oh, she looks so good, man. She looks incredible. She's fighting Cathay a lot. So I'm guessing she's probably going to start near Cathay, probably down in Koresh, or the hinterlands of Cathay. Because she looks, but, oh, steer car. There were so many people that kept telling me, oh, it's not going to be steer car, Sotek. Sotek, it's not going to be steer car. It's like, how could it not be steer car? Like, there is no other Slaanesh character that got nearly as much attention at like a hero level than steer car did. Steer car got his own dedicated chapter in the Liber Chaotica, the Saga of Steer car, which is like 4 to 6 pages. Like, there was no way they weren't going to do steer car. Oh my, there were some people that were like bringing up Slaanesh characters from like the absolute bottom of the barrel, and it's like, okay, let's go the easy route first, then we'll, you know, then we can dig deeper. Nice, spooky glowing purple sword. He's got his big back banner. Still waiting. Hey, Creative Assembly, where's my Rapunzel de Lane S banner? Grom got his banner. Arball got his banner. Steercar got his banner. Where's my Rapunzel banner? If they ever do a Bretonia rework, which they should, and if they ever do a Bretonia DLC, which they should, I really hope they go back and give Rapunzel her big banner. Like, she doesn't have to be wielding it. She's got her big greatsword. I understand she can't be holding it, but like, she should at least have a back banner on her horse, right? Like she should have this big banner coming off the back of her horse where you can like have the cool Bretonian banner. Like banners are her thing. Here we got the champions who look incredible. I will say, I am so not to put pressure on them. I'm just saying because they do such a good job. The Koresh mod team are wonderful guys. I've had a lot of cool opportunities to chat with them and work with them on various things and talk about and like help develop their project. And they're incredibly amazing. If you haven't checked out their mod, you absolutely should. The amount of stuff they're going to be able to do with all of these new assets and animations and everything that they can now use is going to be nuts. Pleasure Seeker, I will say, the first mod I feel like for this DLC, which should be in, is going to be the Hell Reavers, which I will talk about here in just a moment. Praetons, they look horrifying. I fucking love it. Great. Okay, Takala. Starting in the hidden landing of the Cathayan hinterlands. Yay! Cool. Oh, awesome. So sail. Wait, did they say the start position? I'll go back and check in a second. Takala leads the Tormentors with a cruelly decadent and aggressive mobile playstyle. For centuries, Takala's waged an unending war of pain and pleasure. More demonic serpent than human, her sinuous body raises than human. Yeah, because she's not human. That's not correct. She is an elf, not a human. There is nothing human about her because she's not a human. That is wrong. That is super wrong. Her sinuous body rises into a 6-armed torso, each hand wielding a sword and a blur of killing strokes. Combining beauty and horror, she embodies Slaanesh's essence, inspiring her followers to enforce her will with zeal and cruelty. All right, so we got captured settlements can be turned into one of the following. Oh, okay, so she's like the Chaos Dwarves. Okay, so she has a Chaos Dwarf mechanic. So you have thrall camps, which generate thralls and resources, though productivity wanes as they deplete. Interesting. Okay, so thralls are a resource that she extracts from a settlement, and as they run out, so she basically imprisons and like oh my god, that's actually kind of really terrifying. So she like dominates everyone in a city or a village and then carts them all out to go elsewhere, leaving just a ghost town behind. That is terrifying. A Tormentor's Hold, which enables recruitment, infrastructure, and defense. Okay. I would assume if it's like the Chaos Dwarves where you can convert one into the other, I'm assuming the game plan generally is you make a thrall camp, you extract all of the thralls, and then once you've claimed all of the thralls, you'll convert the thrall camp into a Tormentor's Hold, where it then exists to give you like defense to hold on to that territory. And then a Pleasure Palace, major settlements only, requires thralls, but grants advanced recruitment and economy buildings. Very, very cool. Decadence. Takala's actions raise decadence, expanding pleasure palaces and unlocking powers. Benefits include Slaanesh boons, which are temporary buffs, corruption of enemy units before battle, and demonic attraction for instantly recruitable demons. She may also sacrifice thralls in praise of Slaanesh, an area-damaging ability that summons an enhanced spawn of Slaanesh. Okay, sure, why not? Tormentor's Tributes. Oh my gosh, she has so many mechanics. Through Decadence, Takala selects powerful rewards. Marks of Vindictiveness, which are temporary battle buffs. Okay, if they're marks, I'm assuming it's kind of like I'm assuming it's kind of like Mother Ostankia's mechanic, but with Mother Ostankia, you could get curses or buffs. I'm assuming Takala's based on battle buffs is she can only buff. So she's got like half of what Ostankia can do. Opulent Gifts, which are unique ancillaries, and Exquisite Spoils, which are rituals that give you campaign benefits. Bro, why does she have so many fucking mechanics? That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mechanics. That is ridiculous. That is almost too much. That is a lot of shit to spend thralls on. All right, you get to call Lord of Slaanesh, Steercar, Druchii Anointed is a hero, very, very cool. Exalted Hero of Slaanesh, Pleasure Seekers, devotees, crossbows, Champion, Slongors, Praeton. Cool. All right. Okay, so great, awesome, cool, love it. I wanted to check one last thing. Did they say the start position of the others? Oh, they did. Sail the Faithless introduces Sail leads the tokens from the new 4-region province of Mountain's End, rising to power through lies and betrayal. Okay, I don't know where that is because it does not currently exist. So, okay, if it's called Mountain's End, more than likely it is in the Northern Chaos Waste. Because there's like if you've ever looked at it, the Northern Chaos Ways literally have mountains that just like end into like nothingness, or into the realm of chaos itself. So it's probably in the Northern Chaos Waste, but it's a brand new 4-region province, which we love. We love when the campaign map gets expanded. That's awesome. Because it wouldn't make sense to put it in Ender Koresh. Because if it was in End, it would be the Mountains of Heaven. And if it was in Koresh, I don't think it would be called that. It could be over towards, I can't remember the name because it has a name now. But it could be over towards like the Korean peninsula of Warhammer, which has a name, but I can't remember it. I don't think it is. It's probably in the Northern Chaos Waste. That would make the most sense. And then Iceland. They don't say. Commander of the Sea Patrol, Spearhead. Yeah, they don't say. Oh, that's a bummer. I would be shocked if Iceland is not in the Eastern Colonies. Like that seems like such a slam dunk. The Eastern Colonies, like there's nothing over there. There's nobody over there. And if you're a pure naval faction, it's like the perfect start location. Very exciting. Okay. So overall, I would give this. I'm very pleased. I'm very, very pleased overall. I think this looks really strong. This looks really fun. All the mechanics sound super cool. The rosters look excellent. The rosters look excellent with one error. One lacking component, which I'm going to call out. I have one issue. I can live without the Norscan werebears. I would love Norscan werebears. Like, if you know how we get a free unit every patch, I would love maybe if one day for a future patch we get Norscan werebears as like a tier 4, tier 5 Norscan unit of like Werekin. They're kind of like Bjorg, but slightly smaller than him, but they're like a big tier 5 Werekin unit. That would be super cool. But the Hell Reavers, which is what I call them, but that's not, they don't have an official name because they don't exist. Those should be a unit. And the reason, the Pleasure Seekers are cool. I don't have a problem with the Pleasure Seekers. They're from the Storm of Chaos roster. Great, cool, awesome, whatever. The reason that I think the Hell Reaver should exist is because if you play Chaos right now, the Warriors of Chaos have a really fun system where you can evolve your characters up the path of ascension, right? So you can take like Marauder unit, and when they reach an appropriate rank, you upgrade them to Chaos Warriors, and when they reach an appropriate rank, you upgrade them into Chosen. Something like that, right? And Creative Assembly has gone out of their way to introduce a very cool system for the Knights path, where you could go like Marauder to Marauder Horseman to Chaos, or Horsemaster to Chaos Knight to Monogod Knight is like the top dog. And two of the units that Creative Assembly created for this are, well, one of them is completely made up, which is the Doom Knights. Doom Knights have never been a thing, as they exist in Total War. A Doom Knight used to just be a unit champion for the regular Chaos Knights. But Creative Assembly took them, and there is nothing about this in the lore. There is nothing about this in the tabletop. They have never been a unit, ever. They made them into a group of basically Tzeentch super knights, where they are basically chosen of Tzeentch riding on discs of Tzeentch. And we're like, look, unique unit. And everyone went, oh, very nice. And then Khorne came out, and we had Skull Crushers. Great, cool. Everybody knows Skull Crushers, they're iconic. Then Nurgle came out, and we got the Rot Knights, which Rot Knights were not really something you could do. They existed in the Tarmacon book, but it was like you had to take, what's his face? Oh gosh, can't remember his name. Tarmacon's lieutenant. You had to take him, and then with him, you could upgrade a unit of Chaos Knights to become Rot Knights. But they didn't like have minis. You just had to kind of like kit bash them and make them yourself. If memory serves. They might have had a unit. I don't think they did. I know the champion did. I don't think you could just buy the Rot Beast. I think you had to kit bash them. But it was only in the Tarmacon book, and it didn't exist anywhere else. But CA took them and made them into a generic unit where you could upgrade your Chaos Knights of Nurgle into Rot Knights. And everyone went, yay, yay, very cool, great, awesome, cool. So Slaanesh should complete this quartet, right? We should have that nice, sexy quartet energy where Slaanesh should be able to do the same thing. Where Slaanesh should be able to upgrade the Chaos Knights of Slaanesh into chosen riding on the Demon Snakes. But instead, they've given us the Demonettes riding on the snakes, which is cool, but it like interrupts and it breaks this balancing act that they have, which is really cool. Because it is my hope that they'll do it with all of Chaos, where like, you know, I'd like to see there being like an infantry aspiring champion type unit for every Chaos God as well, where we've got like the Skull, not the Skull Reavers, the other ones. Whatever, you know what I'm talking about. The Khorne dudes with the big flails. Like the super hardcore Khorne guys with the big flails. You've got aspiring champions for like your Undivided. You've got now we've got the champions of Slaanesh. So we've got the champions of Slaanesh as the super scary, super elite infantry dudes. And in a perfect world, hopefully, eventually, we'll see the Putrid Blight Kings for Nurgle, which are the big fat boys that are like the super hardcore elite infantry for Nurgle. And then in a perfect world, we'll get like the Azure Princes for Tzeentch, being like a hyper elite Tzeentch warrior infantry unit that maybe have bound spells. That way there's like this perfect mirroring for Chaos, which would be awesome. And I think is something really critical. Now, I don't think it has to be in the DLC. Let me make that completely clear. I think it would be totally fine for the Hell Reavers to show up as maybe one of those patch units. So maybe like in 7.1, they could include Hell Reavers, or 7.2 or 7.3. I feel like they would be very, very easy to model because they already have all the animations and everything for the Pleasure Seekers. So all they'd have to do is swap out the riders, which might require like a little bit of work, but it shouldn't require a ton because you basically just take the Chaos Knights of Slaanesh or whatever, or maybe the Chosen of Slaanesh, and just kind of like pop them up there. I don't know how much work it would be, but I don't think it would be a lot. So I very, very much hope we get to see them eventually, but I don't need them like right now. Actually, no, it'd be easier than that because Steercar's up there. Steercar is literally a Chaos Knight. Like he's a Warrior of Slaanesh model on top of a Greater Steed of Slaanesh. So yeah, no, I don't think there would be any need for there to be some like complicated gimmick there. They could that should be very easy to recycling the character animations, especially because the Exalted Hero almost certainly will be able to ride them. So yeah, no, it should be very easy. It should be very easy. The only thing I could see being a problem is maybe GW being like, oh, they don't exist, but that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. If you can make Doom Knights a thing, then Hell Reavers are a thing. Period. GW. Ugh, I gotta make a video about shenanigans soon. Anyway, thank you all for watching. This has been an hour. I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Keep in mind, I'm going to release this in the morning because it's Thursday evening now. I've had a super busy day. But so Friday morning is when this video will come out. Keep in mind, tonight at 6:30 Central Standard Time, I will be watching actually, I'm going to start at 5:30, but at 6:30, the Games Workshop World Championship reveal show starts. It's going to be a big show. You're going to want to be there. There's going to be some big shit being shown off for Warhammer the Old World, Age of Sigmar, 40k, Horus Heresy. This is looking to be probably the biggest show they've done in like a hot minute. So it should be a lot of fun. I'm going to be doing it live. The lobby should already be open on my YouTube channel if you want to come by and join me for it. But I'll also be streaming on Twitch as well. So thank you all very much for watching the video. Let me know your thoughts. How do you feel? How do y'all feel? Like, I know it's been a trying couple of months, but I would love to know, how are y'all feeling about the state of the game right now? Are you happy? Like, we're at our 4th hotfix, which came out today. So 6.3.4 is out already, which is going to take us into 7.0. How are you feeling about Total War Warhammer? Are you really happy where the game's at right now? Are there still like some things that you think need to be addressed that are like, you're like, oh, this is like my bugbear that I need them to do? How are you feeling about the DLC? Are you excited? Is there anything that you weren't expecting that you're pleasantly surprised by? Or is there anything that you are really disappointed not to see in? Do you think you're going to buy any of it? Do you think you're going to buy all of it? Do you think you're just going to buy like one of them? Let me know your thoughts. The comments seem to have calmed down, so I can actually read them again, hopefully. So I will be doing my best to go through those. And anyway, so I'll see y'all for tonight's show if you'd like to join me, and talk to you then. Bye.